The 5 members of Norway's Nobel Committee hold the pivotal role of deciding whether U.S. President Donald Trump will achieve the much-coveted honor of winning this year's Nobel Peace Prize. The prize, founded by Alfred Nobel's will, is awarded annually by this committee, which is appointed by Norway's parliament. The award recognizes the person who shall have done the most or the best work for fraternity between nations, the abolition or reduction of standing armies, and for the holding and promotion of peace congresses. Nominations for the prize closed on January 31st, but the identity of the winner remains confidential until the official announcement, scheduled for Friday at 11 a.m. local time, 9 a.m. GMT, at the Norwegian Nobel Institute in Oslo. Since taking office in January, Trump has frequently claimed credit for ending 8 wars globally and suggested strongly that he deserves this prize, even stating it would be a big insult to America if he does not receive it. So who exactly are the 5 individuals tasked with making this critical decision? The Nobel Committee was created by the Norwegian Storting, Norwegian Parliament, in 1897 with the specific responsibility to select Nobel Peace Prize laureates. Committee members serve 6-year terms and may be re-elected. According to Nobel Peace Prize regulations, the committee reflects the composition of Norway's parliamentary parties, but prohibits sitting parliament members from membership. The committee chooses its own chair and deputy chair, while the director of the Norwegian Nobel Institute acts as secretary. The current members are Jorgen Watne Frydnes, the chair and youngest ever to hold this position at 41. Appointed in 2021, Frydnes is a human rights advocate, former Secretary General of PEN Norway, an organization promoting freedom of expression, and a member of the Norwegian Helsinki Committee. Though officially non-political, he leans toward Norway's Labour Party and has been involved in memorial activities related to the 2011 Utøya massacre. Asle Toje, vice chair, aged 51, joined in 2018 and reappointed for 2024 to 2029. A conservative thinker, former research director at the Nobel Institute, and author, Toje has a nuanced view of international politics. Enger, 75, a committee member since 2018 and reappointed for 2021 to 2026. Enger studied nursing before venturing into politics with Norway's Centre Party. Her political career includes roles as Chief of the Ministry of Culture, Deputy Prime Minister, Acting Prime Minister in 1998, and County Governor. She has led campaigns against free abortion in Norway. Kristin Clemet, 68, member since 2021 until 2026, an economist and politician from the Conservative Party. She has served as Education Minister and advised former Prime Minister Kåre Willoch. Gry Larsen, 49, former Labour State Secretary in the Foreign Ministry, head of Care Norway, advocates for global women's rights, an outspoken critic of Trump's foreign aid cuts. She joined the committee for 2024 to 2029. The voting process and selection remain strictly confidential. Nominations come from government officials, the International Court of Justice, and university professors in relevant fields, but are kept secret until the prize announcement. The committee debates intensely, yet strives for consensus. Frydnes described discussions as high temperature, but civilized. Under Frydnes's leadership, the prize has honored journalists Maria Ressa and Dmitry Muratov, 2021, Belarusian dissident Alice Bialatsky, 2022, and Iranian women's rights activist Narges Mohammadi, 2023. The 2024 Peace Prize was awarded to Japan's Nihon Hidankyo, survivors of the Hiroshima and Nagasaki bombings, during a period when Frydnes reflected on a post-Cold War optimism in democracy and nuclear disarmament. However, the committee has faced controversies. Toje and Enger were members when Ethiopian PM Abiy Ahmed won in 2019 for ending the Ethiopia-Eritrea conflict. Yet, Ethiopia launched a new offensive in Tigray shortly after, drawing criticism. Toje acknowledged the prize sometimes sparks outrage, noting, if the Nobel Peace Prize didn't spark outrage and strong emotions, we wouldn't be living up to our reputation. In 2023, Indian media misreported that Toje endorsed PM Narendra Modi for the Nobel Peace Prize, which a fact-checker later debunked. Enger is known for her opposition to Norway joining the EU and for her anti-abortion activism, having failed to overturn abortion rights. Larsen has been criticized by the Norwegian Israel Center Against Anti-Semitism for allegedly advocating a boycott of Israel, though her response to these claims is unknown. Regarding Trump, he has pursued the prize ever since Barack Obama owned it in 2009, claiming that he ended 7 wars, now 8 after a recent Gaza peace deal, and lobbying Norwegian officials, including former NATO chief Jens Stoltenberg, for support. Frydnes emphasizes the committee remains independent and unshaken by external pressure, noting they receive thousands of letters urging support for various candidates yearly. Among the members, opinions about Trump vary. Frydnes has criticized Trump's approach to democratic nations, but did not name him directly in interviews. Enger remains silent on her preferences. Larsen has been openly critical of Trump's cuts to aid and approach to women's rights. Clemet has called Trump a threat to democracy and the liberal world order. Conversely, Toje attended Trump's inauguration and described it as a fucking great party, suggesting Western liberals need a more nuanced view of Trump and his movement. He also disapproves of aggressive lobbying campaigns, considering them counterproductive. Frydnes acknowledges the challenges in today's world, where wars and democratic suppression persist. Yet he stresses the importance of principled decisions and publicly discussing peace. Within Norway, concerns exist about potential repercussions if Trump does not win, especially amid existing U.S. tariffs on Norwegian exports and tensions over Norwegian investment decisions linked to Israel. Aside from Trump, the Nobel Committee received 338 nominations this year, including 244 individuals and 94 organizations. While the committee does not confirm nominees' names, among notable contenders are Sudan's emergency response rooms, a volunteer group aiding civilians caught in the country's conflict, and Yulia Navalnaya, widow of Russian opposition figure Alexei Navalny. Bookmakers list Trump and Sudan's emergency response rooms as leading candidates. Nina Greger, director of the Peace Research Institute Oslo, suggests awarding such grassroots humanitarian initiatives shines a light on the crucial role of life-saving aid and the power of ordinary citizens during conflicts. She also highlights the Committee to Protect Journalists as a potent candidate, emphasizing that protecting a free press is vital to safeguarding peace and democracy, particularly amid unprecedented assaults on journalists worldwide. But here's where it gets controversial. Could awarding the prize to Trump overshadow these grassroots efforts, or would it legitimize his claims of peacemaking? What do you think? Should the Nobel Peace Prize honor high-profile political figures with bold war-ending claims, or focus on everyday heroes risking their lives for others? Share your thoughts below.